Hey there, my friend. This is Dave Sharp. Welcome to the Facebook Funnel, the case study. This is part one of what I call the Facebook Frenzy campaign. Now, I want to be very clear right up front. This is a paid marketing strategy. This is essentially taking the value post strategy that you can do organically for free on your own Facebook profile, or even on a paid page, on a fan page, or inside of a group, but instead taking an ad or a post that works really well, that's already been proven to work really well, that you've tested likely for free already, and then repurposing that post over onto a fan page in paying for advertising to run that particular post and put it in front of thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, and to create a frenzy of comments and engagement down in the comments section, which really creates a lot of social proof. So what is really important before we get into the mechanics of this strategy, and I show you an example, it's really important to understand that the best way to make sure that you've got a post that is going to do well is that you can test the post over on a profile. You can test it for free. And then if it works really well, if people really resonate with a post, if it does well, if people really get a lot of value, you just repurpose that post. And I think this is one of the things that I really want to make clear to you is that making money or running a successful online marketing business doesn't have to consist of a lot of different content components. If you have messaging that works really well, you can repurpose that. Now, what's the benefit of running some ads? Well, you're getting to new people. You're getting to new people that you wouldn't regularly get to on Facebook, because on a personal profile or even on a fan page, the only people that you're reaching are people who you are connected with, who have said, hey, I want to be friends with you or I want to follow you. Whereas if you go and run a post as an ad on a business page, it has to be done on a fan page. And there is a difference between a Facebook personal profile and a Facebook fan page or business page. And you can open a business page by just Googling Facebook business page. You can open it up, I believe, right inside of your profile. That's a very simple thing to do. Okay? But what's most important is to understand that this is really a way to get in front of new people. So let's go and look at a post. There's lots to learn. All right, so here we are pulled up on actually a post that I came across from a girl who was, or at least I think it's a girl. I can't verify this. Maybe a spokesperson, but she's using this picture. It's likely a picture of her. But as I said, I've showed you this and told you this before. If you're running a campaign on Facebook, that you could be running a spokesperson campaign. I could just as easily go and get a royalty-free image from iStock Photo. Go in and type in nurse, female nurse, and I would probably get lots of images of female nurses that I could run a campaign in as a nurse. But this particular girl, whether she's real or whether this is a sort of pen name or spokesperson, this is the post. And the first thing that I want you to look at is the fact that there's 5,600 comments, 86 shares, 1,000 likes. And the reason why there's so many comments on this post, now I came across this post. I'm not friends with her. I'm not connected with her. This post was being run as an ad, and it popped up in my timeline. And the reason why there's so many comments is because people are asking for info down here in the comments. There's 5,000 comments. Now, some of the comments are her saying, hey, I'll message you, or messaged you, because these people are asking for info. But you can see how this creates a frenzy down in the comments. And when somebody comes across this post in their Facebook timeline, and they see over 5,000 people, or how many ever, thousands of people who are asking more info, more info, more info. You can see the very personable, like super realistic picture. It looks like just a post that somebody made. Like it doesn't look like a company that's advertising. It is a highly compelling ad to run. Highly compelling. And this is a lot of the reason why it's highly compelling. Because when you come across this post in your Facebook timeline, because of the picture that she used, it looks like just any other post that's in your timeline. And not only is the copy good, which we'll talk about here in a second, but there's 5,000 comments. There's a frenzy there. There's tons of social proof. So it's really, really a compelling ad. So let's go back up and let's read it. And I want to point out a couple of things. First of all, she is a nurse, okay? She's a nurse, clearly. But what you'll notice is that even though she says attention nurses, there's tons of people who are down here in the comments who are not nurses. And some of them say, hey, I'm not a nurse. Can I still get the information? And clearly every single one of these people is not a nurse, right? But the power in the sort of really unique thing about calling out a specific a specific type of worker is that it's super relatable. Like if I could write a post and say attention all construction workers, you know what I mean, and have a post of me being a construction worker, especially when you tell a powerful story like what she does in this post. So here we go. Attention all nurses. Fed up with your current job, feeling exhausted from working all of the time? Does your job prevent you from doing what you love in life? Work full-time and still have financial stress? If you answered yes to any of those questions, continue reading because this post is for you. So right out of the bat, anybody who works a 9-to-5 likely can relate to those things. So it's important that if you're going to call out a specific type of trade or industry, that you follow up like pretty much with things that all people can relate. Now, you don't have to call out a specific trade or industry. You don't have to call that out. It's just unique how she did that in this particular post, and it's really well done because it just humanizes the marketing more, okay? I'm currently looking to mentor and guide 10 strong, coachable, energized, determined nurses who are ready to achieve financial and personal freedom. I think everyone defines this differently. For me, achieving financial and personal freedom includes having time to spend with my loved ones, being able to pay off my student debt, having time to live a healthy lifestyle, having the time and financial means to travel, working at a job that is positive and motivating, having the time to do my favorite outdoor activities, being able to own a house one day. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was always good at school. It was something that just came naturally to me. Therefore, I was encouraged to continue my education after high school. I took the conventional route and went straight to university. 4 years later, I came out with a bachelor's of science and nursing degree. Right after I graduated from university, I went straight into a full-time job as a registered nurse and have been working now for the past 2 years. Let's just say that working as an RN wasn't everything I dreamed of. It was a good job with satisfactory benefits, decent salary, and job security. In my opinion, those pros definitely outweigh the cons. Working 12-hour day-night shifts, physically and emotionally draining, strenuous work conditions, frustrating managerial hierarchy. Every shift felt like a battle. If I made it out unscathed, it was a miracle. I missed out on countless holidays and events with my family and friends. I said no to opportunities due to exhaustion from work. I said no to activities I love because of financial strain. I just felt as if I was running on this exhausting and uninspiring treadmill that I didn't know how to get off of. This lifestyle was not making me happy. I needed to make a change in my life. There had to be something out there that would allow me to achieve my goals and live a life I was excited about. Not long ago, I was scrolling through my Facebook feed when an ad popped up on my screen. It was a couple talking about how they had quit their jobs and were using social media marketing to generate an income online. They were happy, positive, had financial freedom, were traveling, they were living the life that I wanted to be living. Now, was I skeptical at first? Of course. If you ask any of my friends and family if they would say that I'm an extremely calculated and logical person, and family, they would say. So naturally, the skeptical and analytical part of me came forward. However, after chatting with them, asking a bunch of questions and doing my own research, I decided to take a calculated step forward in my life. I was hungry for change. I was committed to changing my life for the better and achieving my goals. This opportunity seemed like the absolute right step forward for me to achieve that. This opportunity and community has changed me. I trust my capability to achieve whatever I set my mind to. I have gained a more positive outlook on life. I've learned what it means to be a good mentor and leader. Now my goal is to inspire others to do the same. If you don't have any online or business experience, please do not worry another second. I had absolutely no experience prior to joining this community. The system we use is 90% automated, and it's been tested and proven to give incredible results. Plus, there is a ton of support in this community. You would have myself along with a team of like-minded people and coaches who provide training, guidance, and tools to create a business from your laptop. Everything you could possibly need to be successful in this industry is provided to you. So I pose the question to you. Do you want to join our team of motivated individuals who have built extremely successful online businesses? If the answer to this question is yes, comment more info below. I will personally reach out to you. I can provide you with all the details you need to make an informed decision. Cheers, Megan. So you can see that it's really not a hypey post. Tells the story, what it was like, what happened, and what it's like now, right? What it was like was working this job that she didn't like. It had some pros, but it had some cons. She didn't like it. It wasn't what she thought it was going to be. Long hours. It was not making me happy. I needed a change in my life, right? And here's, so this is what it was like. Here's what happened. Not long ago, I was scrolling through my Facebook feed and an ad popped up on my screen. Now, the power of that particular line is that that's the same exact thing that's happening to them right now. They're scrolling through their Facebook and an ad's popping up. So she then begins to go into, what it's like now. Here's what happened. Facebook ad popped up on my screen. There was a couple, they looked positive, financial freedom. They were traveling. She identifies with the reader's skepticism by saying, hey, I was skeptical too, right? But then she goes into what it's like now. This opportunity has changed me. I trust my capability to achieve whatever I set my mind to. Now, you can tell this is a make money online sort of offer, but not once does she talk about, Lamborghinis, mansions, being rich, having tons of success. It's really a great example of a rather compliant ad. Now, I don't know if this ad is still running. Actually, I checked and it's not. It looks like the page doesn't have any activity on it anymore. I don't know. I don't know what this person's doing. Maybe they got their ad account banned. Look, I really have no idea. Maybe they quit the business. I don't know. Maybe they're doing something else. But this is a really, really well-written ad, and clearly it worked really, really well. I would have never stopped running it. And my guess is there was some sort of an issue, maybe a personal life issue, maybe an advertising account issue, something, because, clearly this is creating just tons of leads, tons and tons of leads. All right. So I'm going to link to this post. I'm also going to include a part 2 of this training. And in the part 2 section, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another post that I did that's very similar to this. Now, this one was done in 2017. I'm going to show you a post that uses the frenzy, the Facebook frenzy method here, and it is all the way back from 2015. Okay, it's from 2015. So this strategy works. It's worked for a long time, and it will continue to work on multiple different platforms. We're just showing this on Facebook, right? And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to show you in this part 2, I'm going to show you how to respond to people via private message. There's some tools that if you decide to use this frenzy method on a fan page and run, a paid advertisement with it, there's some tools that you can use on your Facebook fan page that are a bit different than just a regular personal profile. You can write some pre-written responses and so forth that speed up the process of messaging with people, and it's pretty slick. So head on over now to part 2 of this Facebook frenzy method, and let's look at another example and also delve in to how we can utilize the messaging platform in a way that's a bit more leveraged.